All right, good day to everybody. I say good day because it could be evening, could be morning, it could be all kind of times of the day when you guys are listening to this. Forgive me for the quality of this initial sound bite. I am using the primitive headphones for now, but I wanted to take a moment and introduce myself first and then talk about what this clip is that I'm going to be sharing. My name is Rob Mazak. I am a psychic medium with a variety of different services that I offer. However, some of my favorites include hypnosis and past life regression. I have done a lot of past life regressions recently, and what I find interesting about it is that without me necessarily trying to bring a client to the spiritual world to view a life, it has been happening almost every single time. And I recently had a client that came in and was very interested in looking at what it would be like to be in the spiritual world or when they were in the spiritual world. And so I thought, well, let's give it a go. It's worth a shot. And I'd like to see if we can help the client out with their wishes. And what I found was something quite amazing. I've had many clients go to the spiritual world, and I get very similar answers. However, this particular session was so on point, so accurate, so clear. The message from the client and questions, everything just flowed so well. And during the regression modality that I use, clients are not necessarily going to go all the way under to the hypnotic state, the theta state, the one right before you go to sleep, which is where you do hypnosis. However, that has also been happening a lot. And in this case, this particular client did go there. And so when we do connect at this level with a client, we are connecting the subconscious directly to the source. And you can call the source whatever you like, God, the universe, there's a lot of names for it. However, we're getting clear and direct messages from the source. And so I wanted to take a moment and preclude what this particular clip is that I'm going to be sharing, and so you understand where we're going with this. So this is basically the third area or third life we were going to be looking at. And you'll notice that I, on purpose, directed her to step into the spiritual world on this particular entry. So I hope you enjoy this and find as much clarification as I did. I've listened to this track so many times, and it just seems so amazing to me, even after all the years of doing this type of work. And I hope you find someone that can also do this for you. Of course, I offer it, but I am in San Antonio, Texas, so I don't necessarily do this online or by distance. So anyway, you can check me out if you like. You can find me and all my information at lifebymazak.com. That's lifebymazak.com. Everything about me, contact information, services, everything is there. Anyway, I look forward to hearing your comments, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So enjoy. Yes? The final door.
When I get on the balcony, I turn back into a priestess. So it feels like from the last life, that's my primary life. Because I turn back into the lady from the first life.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Is this a life you would like to continue to visit, or is this just a reminder?
It's just a reminder.
Very good. Very good. So we have one more door. One more door. We're going to leave those other lives to be. One more door. But this door, as we step in, will take you to the spiritual world, the energetic world. So as you step inside the door, I want you to describe your experience as you step into the spiritual world.
I don't step in. I float in.
Okay.
I don't have a body. I'm like a star. But it's a blurry star, and it's got a blurry shadow as part of it following me. And I'm flying. And the skies are dark. And it's lightning.
Any sense of what this place is to you? If you could put it into a human feeling.
It's like it just feels like a sky, nothing else but just a dark sky with lightning, just an abyss.
Any sense of your purpose in this place? Why would you be here?
It feels like I'm going through this to get to somewhere else. So I'm flying fast to get through this part, to get to the other part.
So let's slow down for a moment. We're going to slow down your flight. Slowing down your flight, what I'd like you to do is stop.
I feel like I just got electrocuted. Lightning, and I fall into some water, and the water puts me out, and I am a being. I don't look human though, and I'm laying on the shore.
Okay, very good.
And I'm okay.
So look down at your feet and describe to me what that would look like.
I have 3 toes.
Okay,
Each foot.
very good.
I have a big head.
And the skin tone?
It's a pearl kind of, not pearl, but it's a yellowish kind of look.
Is it smooth skin, scaly skin?
It's
Describe
smooth
it.
and hairless.
Okay.
I feel like I'm okay, and I start to walk, and I'm walking on sand, and I'm walking on sand, and then I see like trees up ahead.
Very good. Do you feel like you could be a female or a male, or is there any difference in this life?
I feel like I could be both. More masculine though.
Very good. Very good. Do you feel like you're old or young?
A midlife.
Very good. Very good. And so let's go ahead and make our way to those trees in the distance and describe to me what it's like.
I feel like trees under my feet, branches, me stepping on them. I'm wading through the forest. I feel like I'm upset.
Any sense of why you would be angry?
Because I was struck by lightning, and I feel misunderstood again. Like someone struck me. It wasn't that it struck it by itself. It was someone did that.
And so your sense then is you were not ready to incarnate at the time? Or what kind of feeling do you have about that?
I'm just upset that I was struck by lightning, so I'm walking angrily through the forest.
Why is this forest important? As you move through it and look around, why is this important to you?
This is where I need to go to get to my next location. This is like the homing spot. Not my particular home, but like this, like the office.
And so is this a place of reset or reconciliation, or like a bus stop, if you will?
It's like a reset. And I'm annoyed because I felt like I was already doing that, and then someone struck me with lightning, and then here I end up here again, and I'm just annoyed. So I'm heading there, and I feel like I'm going to talk to somebody and tell them a few things.
So let's then move forward in this particular point to where you can speak to whomever you need to speak to. And let's talk about that conversation. You were there now.
It's the supervisor.
Okay.
And I'm upset because I've already did what I was supposed to do, and I feel like telling me I need to go back again.
And go back means what to you?
Go back and start where I was from when I was a spirit. So go back through the lightning again, and this time avoid the lightning.
Very good. So now let's make our way back. We were going to go back as directed to the spiritual place before you were struck by the lightning. And let's continue to move. You're there now. Describe to me what that feels like now that we're back in the spiritual world.
I'm okay. I'm actually, it feels happy to be back there. I'm on my mission. Feels like a mission, and I'm headed to wherever I'm supposed to be, and it feels like I'm supposed to meet up with a lot of other spirits.
Very good. Now let's move along to where this meeting occurs.
Okay, I get there, and there's a lot of lights, and they're all spirits, and I could hear them chattering all around me. Nothing specifically are they saying. It's just I could just feel, and I could see them all around me. And I don't have eyes. But I could see them. None of us have eyes. We're all like we're all just like stars, and we just commune together.
And the purpose of this place is what? Why do you find yourself? What is it necessary?
It's a meeting group. It's a meeting. We're all about to go back to Earth. So we're all meeting here. Everyone who is supposed to go back. There's some excited people, and there's people who promise to remember, and there's people who promise to change. And I think I'm there to learn. But we're all going back, and we're all told that we won't remember, and some of us vow to remember.
And so what kind of lessons or activities need to happen in this space before your return to the next life? Why are you here?
I am there to learn. Everybody has their own mission. I am there to learn something new that I didn't learn before, and I'm excited for the challenge.
And do you feel like, what is your sense of choices? Do you have a choice to live a certain life, or is this given to you?
No, I have a choice, and I choose adversity to overcome it.
And why adversity? Why is that important to you, your spirit?
Because I need to learn how that feels so that I can be better, so that I can teach others.
And what is the overall purpose for many lives in having experiences? What is the overall purpose?
Just for experience and just to become. I don't think that the only purpose is just to become something more. And I think it's up to you what you want to become. It's just the experience. There's nothing more to it.
Is there an end goal, or is this something that just continues on?
It's something that continues until you decide not to be reincarnated.
And what happens then if you decide not to reincarnate?
You go to the center of, you go into a bliss where you came from. You go back to the light. You still exist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not it's a good existence. It's this reincarnation is about just the experience, to experience life.
And And in your choices, is Earth the only choice, or are there other choices?
I don't know. It appears that there's other choices because of the way I looked when I landed.
And so, what is Earth? What makes Earth so special for incarnations in your decisions?
It's got more experiences. It's got more things going on. It's got a lot of stuff, layers, things to learn from. It's more complex. It's more complicated.
Very good. And so what does the energy feel like? What does it feel like to be in this spiritual world? Is there a feeling or a sense? What is it, a place that you would like to stay?
It's an exciting place to be reincarnated. I could feel the energy. Everybody's excited, ready to do it again and to do something different. And people are vowing to remember, but then they forget.
So does the consciousness of each life you live remain on with you when you return to this place?
It comes back to you when you return, and you lose it when you become human again, or when you reincarnate again.
So the experiences you have and the memories you have from each life will always remain at some within your spirit or your soul, yes?
Yes, they are always with you. And then when you change form, you forget everything, and you take on a new form of what that form remembers.
And so do many of these other stars or souls, as you will, travel together? Are contracts made here? How does that work?
I see them together. I see people, stars, deciding to find each other again. I see them also touching each other as they reincarnate. So they reincarnate together.
And so, the current life you're living on this earth, why did you decide to choose this one? Why was that choice made?
I wanted to feel what it feels like to have to work hard and start from the bottom. I wanted to grow. I didn't want anything handed to me. I feel like I had to go through something to build my character. I'm angry about the things I went through. I feel like I forgot the reason why I chose these things.
And so are some of the people in your current life, were they contracted or in agreement to be with you this time?
My brother.
Yes?
My twin brother.
Very nice. And so for what purpose? Can you remember that far back before you incarnated here?
He's my best friend. I feel like we are one and the same. We're connected, and he helps me and I help him.
So looking at yourself in this spiritual world, if you will, are you a new soul or an old soul? What is your sense of how long you've been doing this?
I don't feel like I've been around long enough. I feel like I've learned a lot, though. I feel like I'm maybe a mid soul. But I feel like I've always been, but I don't feel like I've learned enough.
So have you lived many lives on this earth plane? Or a few?
It doesn't feel like I've lived maybe a few.
And so most of your lives are other places?
Yeah. feel like I haven't lived as long. I don't know.
Very good. So as far as Earth lives go, you don't feel like there's been that many?
I feel like there's been more that happened before time than there is after time. Maybe I was asleep for a while or decided to take a break, and then after taking a break I came back and decided to start again.
So what is your relationship with time and the spiritual dimension?
I feel like there is no time.
Okay.
There is, but there isn't. Only what I observe, only what I guess when I'm in the planet on the earth, then there is time.
Well, you mentioned before time and after time. Can you elaborate on that? What does that mean?
Before the earth was created, and then during the time when there was a time before religion, and then there was a time when there's a place that existed a long time ago that doesn't exist now, that where we lived at, and that was my first life. That was that life where I was my husband died. That was a life there, and that was, I want to say, Atlantis. I want to say that was I think that's my first life in form, and it was a luxurious life. It was a happy life, and I chose that life, and it was an easy life. All the exceptions was my husband.
And so, can you elaborate then on Earth itself? Is it a physical reality, or is it something otherwise? Is it a real place? A planet, if you will?
I don't think it is. I think that we all seeing it the same, only because we're in each other's magnetic field. I think that it's a reflection of the light that we all have. I don't know.
Very good. And so then, are there multiple realities, multiple ideas of what us humans would call reality? Are there many to choose from besides this level of reality?
Yes, there is. I feel like we all have a choice to choose which life we want. We can make it as easy or as hard. And it just depends on what we want to learn through our experience.
And so as an incarnated being of any sort, is it possible for us to connect back to where you are now, to gain information and knowledge? Is it possible to connect?
Yes, you have to be connected to your spirit through self. You have to meditate and sit in self for a long time to find yourself again, to remember.
And is it important to do that in each life?
Yes, That's the only way you can remember.
And once we remember, what is the end goal of each life besides the lessons we choose?
That they were lessons. That they are not real. They were choices.
So would you equate it then as a description to being an actor in a play?
Yes. That I created.
And so then looking at it from the view of the spiritual world, how then would you create 10 billion people to be part of your play? How does that work? Any sense?
I'm a part of their play.
We
are part of each other's play. We are all together all the time.
So, if you were to describe the amount of souls that exist, is that possible?
There's one big ball of light that each ray or each reflection creates the soul. And as there's no more that can be created, this all is all there will ever be.
And so is this ball what we might consider as humans to be God?
The universe?
Yes.
Yes. And it always will be.
And is there only one source, or are there many?
This one source is the everything.
And has this source always existed and will always exist, or is there some other dynamic?
No, it's always existed. It is creation. It never can be destroyed. It always has been.
Very nice. And so in each incarnation, can we then create what we want in each life?
We can. We just got to remember that this is all our idea.
And is it okay to create something that is against the original narrative? Is that our own choice? How does that work?
You can create whatever you want to create, but positive creation has more power. Because we are human, we are positive creatures. We're made in that way. So going against it would be perverse. It won't go with who we are.